Let me start with simple situation. If I ask you, what is the phone number of Rahul? What do? You don't search by position in the list. Like, have stored Rahul's number was first, second, third. You don't do like that. But instead, you search by name. So that is why here we have a relation like Rahul and phone number. This type of relation is called mapping. In Python, when we want to store data in the form of key and value, we use something called mapping data type. The main mapping data type in the Python is known as dictionary, and that is what we are going to explore in this video. So first of all, let's understand what is dictionary. Basically, a dictionary stores data in key value pairs. Each key is connected with particular value. And to better understand this, let's take an example. Now here this is our example, and when we execute this thing, you will be able to see here, we have created a variable called student. The type of the variable is dictionary, and that is what we are talking about. And you will be able to notice key and values over here. Now double click it and see. Here the name is key and Rahul is its value. Age is key and 20 is its value. Branch is key and electrical is its value. So from this it's clear that every piece of information has an identity, and that identity is key, age, branch, name in our case. And the actual data which is attached with that key is known as value. In our case it is 20, electrical and Rahul. So this is the basic of dictionary. Now in order to use this data type properly, we must understand the characteristics of dictionary. But before we jump to that, there is a quick short question for you, and the question is this. A dictionary stores data in the form of what? Index value pairs, B. Key value pairs, C. Value pairs, and D. Index pairs. We have just understood this thing few moments ago, so think over it and then write the answer into the comments. Once you are done with that, now let's jump to the next section. So now let's understand some of the most important properties of dictionary. Dictionary stores data in key value format. You can see here, this is the key, this is the value. Key, value, key, value. So this is how dictionary stores data. Second is, key must be unique. Each and every key must be unique, like this name, age, branch, like that. The third one is, value can be repeated. You can repeat these values. Rahul can be here multiple times, 20 can be here multiple times, and in branch, electrical also can be of multiple times, right? So value can repeat, but key cannot repeat. Key must be unique. And the fourth one is, dictionary is mutable. What it means? It means the value of dictionary can be changed. You can change the value of all these things after you have created the dictionary. And that is why dictionaries are very flexible and powerful. So now here I am going to show you how to create the dictionary, and for that let's write like this. We can create dictionary using curly braces, that you need to remember. This is the name of our variable. These are the curly braces that we are going to use to indicate that it is dictionary. Then in double inverted comma, you are supposed to write your key and then your values, comma, another key and values. So like this you can create dictionary. Let's execute this thing. And here you can see this is the variable and value stored in the variable in key value format. Now there is one more way using which we can create the dictionary, that we indicate like this. This is our person A. And to indicate dictionary, we write it like DICT. That indicates dictionary. And then into the bracket, we are going to write our key is equal to, then we'll write our values, comma, our key is equal to, and then we are going to write the values. This is another way of creating dictionary. Now let me execute this and see we can create another dictionary. So using both of these method, it creates the same dictionary. There is no difference in this dictionary, right? So you can choose either of the method which is convenient to you. After this, now let me show you how to access the values in dictionary. Basically, in dictionary, we do not use index numbers, but instead we use key. Let me show you this with an example, and then we are going to write what variable we want to explore. It is our student, right? So we'll write student, then into the square bracket we are going to write key of the data, which value we want to explore, right? So here we have written name, so it's going to indicate Rahul. But this is one way of doing this. There is one more way of doing this, and for that we are going to write first the name of the variable that we are going to explore, which is our student a variable. Then we are going to write dot get. Now this you need to remember, dot get. This is important, right? Then into the braces you are going to indicate the key. If you want to extract name, you will write name. If you want to extract, let's say, age, then we are going to write age and then execute this thing. So this indicates age is equal to 20. So there are two ways to access the data from this dictionary, but this second method, a method which is used with .get, which is more safer one. Why? Because if key does not exist, like instead of age, let's say you are writing age 1, 2, 3, right? And then we are searching this. So in case if key does not exist, that type of key does not exist over here, then also it does not harm our program. But instead of this, if we use this method and we are going to write name 1, 2, 3 and execute this thing, then it's going to create some error. So that is why this .get method is more secure one. Now after this, let me show you how to add and update the values in dictionary. So if you want to add new data, what are you supposed to write? You're supposed to write your variable name into the square braces and then is equal to Rajkot, or I mean whatever value you want to store. And when we execute this thing, you see in student variable we have only keys name, age and branch, right? Now when we execute this thing, you can see here another key and value has been added. So this is how you can add the values. And instead that, if you want to update the previous value, right? Let's say we want to update value of name. Instead of Rahul, let's say we want to add learning vibes as a name. What are you supposed to do? You just execute this thing, and here initially the Rahul was written, and now you can see it has been updated to learning vibes. So from this name, an idea came to my mind that this is our channel Learning Vibes, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, because here we are going to explore this type of tutorial in detail tutorial, right, on YouTube. So subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, and now let's move ahead. So now if you want to delete any part or delete any key from the variable, then what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to write del, that indicates delete. Then the name of the variable, and then into the square braces you need to write whatever key you want to delete. Let's say we want to delete age, so here the age is mentioned. Let's execute this thing, and you can see we have deleted the age. So like this, there is one more way to delete this, and the another way is student.pop, and into the braces you need to write branch. Branch means another key value. So here you can see the branch is specified, and now when we are going to execute this thing, and there we go, the branch is deleted. So this is how you can remove the selected key value pairs from the dictionary. And now let me show you the looping through the dictionary. So for that we are going to take an example. We are going to use for loop for key in student. So this is indicating that we want to look for the keys in which variable? In student variable, and then we are going to print key comma student key. So here we have deleted several keys from the student variable, right? So first let me remove this variable, right? And let us go with our old execution, right? So here we have name, age and branch, right? And now let's see this. So when you execute this, you will be able to see name Rahul, age 20, branch electrical. So you will be able to see key and its associated value. Now here, if you execute like this, student dot keys and then empty braces and then run, then it's going to indicate all the keys in this variable. Like this, if you want to explore all the values from this dictionary, then you're supposed to write student dot values and then run it, and it will give you all the values stored into the student variable. So here we have seen how to explore all the keys, and here we have seen how to explore all the values. But what if you want to explore both keys and values? Then you need to write student dot items and then execute. Then you will be having all the keys and its values. Now after this, I'm going to show you a quick comparison between dictionary and list. List is a data type that we have seen previously, right? So what is the difference between list and dictionary? Let me show you quickly. A list uses indexes. Like if you want to search the mobile number of Rahul, you search like whether it is 0, first, second, third. Which is the number of Rahul, or where you have stored the value of the number of the Rahul. And whereas in dictionary, you search by keys like Rahul and mobile number, right? So in dictionary, you search by keys, and in list, you search by indexing. So from this, it is very clear that we need to use list when the data is positional, but we need to use dictionary when the data is meaningfully labeled, right? Like mobile number, age, city, gender. So whenever you require this type of meaningful representation and then attach some values with that, then you need to use dictionary. Now these dictionaries are used in student database, login system, configuring files, JSON data, web applications, and many more. Almost every real world Python project uses dictionary, and that's the mapping data type in Python. And now I'm going to ask you a few of the quick short questions. You need to quickly refer to those questions and write answer into the comments as quick as possible, so that you have clarity whether you have learned anything from this video or not. So here is your first question. Which symbol is used to define a dictionary in Python? A, this, B, C, and D. Think over it and then write the answer into the comments. Your next question is this. Which of the following statements about the dictionary keys is true? A, keys can be duplicated. B, key must be unique. C, key must be numbered only. And D, key must be lists. These are your 4 options. Think over it and then write the answer into the comments. Here is your next question. Which method is safer to access a value from dictionary? Your options are this. A, find. B, search. D, fetch. D, get. This is really important, right? If you answer this correctly, you have understood it. So after this, the next question is this. Which of the following removes the key value pairs from dictionary? A, delete. B, remove. C, pop. D, erase. I think this is quite simple, right? You can answer it easily. So write the answer in comments. Now let's move ahead. Dictionary in Python is A, immutable. B, mutable. C, unordered and mutable. And D, numeric. I think it is very easy to answer, right? So write answer quickly and then we'll jump to the next one. Which method returns all keys of a dictionary? A, keys. B, values. C. Items, and D. Pairs. For this you need to be a little bit attentive during the video. So the next question is, which statement is true? List uses keys, dictionary uses index, dictionary uses keys, tuple uses key value pairs. Now this is going to be a little bit tougher one, right? Which is correct real life example of dictionary usage? A. Store student marks by position. B. Store student marks by roll numbers. C. Store only numbers. And D. Store only strings. Now this is really fantastic. You need to logically understand dictionary in order to answer this. So if you have understood it properly, then only you would be able to answer this. So that's all from this video. In next video, we are going to explore set data type in Python. And the link of the video you will find over here. So see you into the next video. If you have enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.